Hey everybody, if you found this video useful or interesting in any way, please give me a like and subscribe. That would help out a lot for the growth of this channel, and it'll let me know that I'm doing something that you enjoy. All right? See ya. In this video, we are going to discuss how you can find your motivation to train and the different things that affect that. So let's jump right into it. All right. Well, first and foremost, just to give you a little bit of background on me for some credibility, I spent a number of years as a Division I strength and conditioning coach, and I worked with hundreds, if not thousands, of athletes and different teams at different programs and all sorts of things with that. And I can tell you firsthand that motivation is a very fluid thing, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's something that comes and goes. It is not as powerful of an influence as routines are. And this is something that I think most people know, but it's an important component to talk about because a lot of folks have a tough time finding their footing when they're just looking to start getting into training, or they hit roadblocks, or life changes happen. And that's all normal stuff. So for me, I am in my 30s. I've been training since I was 14 years old, and it has been a lot of ups and downs. And there are different stages in my life where I've had different goals in my training. And I think that's an important piece of kind of tethering your training to some goal or aspiration or whatever it is. And what I usually see in today's world is the majority of people online that kind of, I want to say, infect fitness as a community, as a group of people. I don't know. A lot of people want to be big and muscular and in incredible shape all year round. And that kind of skews everyone's vision on what training should be about, what fitness should be about. For me at this stage of my life, again, I've worked with high-level athletes. I train in weightlifting as a hobby. I really enjoy it. I like the process. I'm not going to be a national level weightlifter by any means at any point in my life, but I enjoy it. And outside of that, I also train for health and longevity. And that is enough for me. Of course, the added benefits of being in better shape and looking a little bit better in the sense of having some more muscle versus being, kind of having a little bit too much fat on me, I really appreciate. So, of course, those are some things that I look forward to with my training. But if you're just looking to get into shape, don't have an expectation of being, looking like some incredible athlete or bodybuilder or whatever it is, because, that in and of itself, not reaching that kind of standard could be detrimental to your progress. And it can kind of set you up for a negative mindset of needing to use, it's become really popular to do TRT and all that stuff nowadays. And there's a lot of people that abuse it, just in the case that they would with steroids. And it's become this thing where the goal of looking good is the most important factor, even above your health, when in reality, exercise is one of the most powerful things that we have available to us in our control to be healthier individuals. So why not have a routine and get into something and allowing that to be an anchor for your day? And for me, there are 100% days or weeks or months where I don't want to train at all. And this is something that is very common with athletes. It's very common with coaches like myself. It's very common with people who have been doing it for a long time. You kind of fall in and out of love of the training process. And the biggest factor for me is my sense of routine and getting into my rhythm throughout my weeks. So I have certain times of the day that I work out just because it works out for me and it makes a lot of sense and I feel better about it. I feel like it's a checklist accomplishment for my day. And there's a lot of power in that. So if you're looking for an external motivation or an external motivator, of course, there are things that you can use. So whether that's something related to your family, something related to a goal that you have in mind, but make sure that if you're going to be doing that, you are also stacking the days so that you have enough to rely on as a sense of normalcy for your weeks and your days so that even when you don't feel the most motivated, you can go in and get something done. And we can talk a little bit more about what that might look like for a training session, depending on how you feel. But I can promise you a lot of the time too, when you're tired or overwhelmed or whatever it is, and you go and get a training session and you'll be surprised that some of those sessions will actually be some of the better sessions that you accumulate. So hopefully this helps. Don't rely on motivation so much. Don't rely on external motivation. If you have internal motivation for changing your life, being healthier, those sorts of things, absolutely. As long as you don't let those run away from you, and there are professionals that can help you with all of that great stuff as well.